Okay, is it working? Wait, I have to mute. I have to mute. Hang on. Oh my gosh! Finally! Finally! I'm free! I'm free from the box! I'm free! Oh my goodness! I think I'm a bit loud. I don't know, I forgot to Yahoo. Okay.
Yeah, your delay is crazy.
My delay is insane. I could have sworn I fixed it, but like, I wasn't able to fix it properly, so now...
You can set it up again if you want.
No, I don't wanna. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I don't wanna fix... Oh my... I don't wanna fix, like, my latency again. It's gonna... I've waited for so long to do this, so I don't care about the delay at this point. I do not care anymore. Also, for those that are, like, that aren't in my Discord, if you aren't aware, I think I may have sent this on YouTube, but I haven't yet, as far as I remember. So basically, oh my gosh, I did the nonsense reference. So basically, I now have like a new Sona, called Umbra. Oops, I'm fixing my mic again. So I have this new Sona called Umbra, and I relate to them a lot more. So I think I'll be using Umbra for live streams more instead of Juhin, since Juhin's like the brand, unless I get like a VTuber. And if I do get Juhin as a VTuber, that'd be crazy. That'd be insane. Okay, so at the moment, I don't think I'm gonna do any gameplay or anything unless you guys really, really want to see me draw my OCs. Okay, let's see if I can make a poll. Oh, I can! And I can start a Q&A! Okay! Oh, what do you mean I stole that name from you, Radio? Shut your mouth! Hush! Grabs you by the mouth. Okay, so... Okay. We shall... Okay, so I have a few, and I think... I know one of them is gonna get so many more votes because I've been holding this project hostage for over 5 years. I think, yeah. Okay, let's see. My whole projects, and then one more. Yeah, I can only make 4, so maybe... Yeah, I'll just put golden eyes. What's stopping me? Okay, everyone, so we will have a poll, and I will be keeping it on for 15 minutes until we... Yes, half a decade. Yes, half a decade. Show off the Noli Doodle. I will share. What do you mean? Did you send something in my server? Ruh-roh. Oh, Jay, thank you so much for being patient. I've been more active on Discord and Tumblr recently, so also because of personal reasons, I haven't been able to stream for a long time. Do be patient, because I am on a laptop and not on a PC this time. So if stream ends up pausing while I try to While I try to work, then that's my only explanation. What the heck happened? Okay. Instantly we get 50 on Angel's reboot. What is going on? I'm scared. Wait, why aren't my keybinds working? Why aren't my keybinds working? My keybinds aren't working! No! My keybinds aren't working. I mean, it's connected, but it's not pressing. Please some. Yeah, I'll manually connect it. My poor keyboard. Hush now. I have a literal silver fox. I will. Okay. Scuff stream, everyone. Scuff stream. Already, like, I think a few minutes in, and we already have a scuff. Please, please, please. I'm literally pressing my keybinds, brother. Hang on. I will disappear for a second. Please fix this. What are you? So, are they working? I'm pretty sure they're working. I'm so mad. Why isn't it working? Huh?
Hey, says you inherited the scuff from Starbreak.
What do you mean? Already a few minutes, and one of you mentioned Starbreak. Hush! Hush!
Can't be a Juhin stream without mentioning Starbreak.
Stop! Stop mentioning Star! Stop! One more mention of Star, I will start to crash out. Actually, you know what? I dare one of you to go and promote the stream in Star server. I dare you. This is not a test. This is not a drill. Oh, so the keybind labels are different. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Don't crash out. Don't crash out, Juhin. Don't crash out. All right, I'm back. I fixed up all my keybinds.
You want to challenge me, sis?
Okay, I fixed up my keybinds. Hopefully they should work. Yay! Oh my gosh, they work now. Okay, $10 no balls. Hello, welcome. Welcome every new user that I have not seen before. I am. Oh, there's 40. I need to see the votes. Let me see. Why can't I see the rest of the votes? Why can't I see the rest? Oh. Okay, beautiful. I have no idea how Streamlabs stuff works. Okay, let's see. We have 40% for Angel's Reboot, 40% for horror projects, and 20% for Golden Eyes. Roughly, almost half the stream is like stuck on either my horror projects or Angel's Reboot. Oh heck yeah, I loved your Umbra attack so much, Radio. I loved it so much, in fact, that I forgot to save it and put it in Umbra's toy house. It's all good, don't worry. Also, Jay, I have noticed your message. I don't think I've seen your new Discord, so you may want to resend a friend request if you could. Oh, I just noticed. Hi, Miguel. Miguel. Oh my gosh, it's been forever, bro. Okay, we need one more vote. We need one more. Actually, I'm gonna check Star Server. Let's see if one of y'all actually had the balls to promote. I'm scared. I heard my sister laughing. This can't be good. No. Why'd you ping them? Why'd you ping them? Why did you ping them? I'm so scared now. You pinged the balls? Why did the ball? No. Okay, it's okay. Play it off. Okay, I'm playing it off, everyone. I'm playing it off. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna pretend that no one did that.
May and we pinged the we promoted it.
Nothing happened, everyone. Okay, oh yeah, Mira, I wanna tell you something. Just a heads up, this is probably because of I am slightly aware of copyright or legal issues, but if you are to put Starbreak's music into your game, then I suggest you talk. Yeah, you need to ask permission, but also for legal reasons, you also need to have his confirmation, probably in writing, so that it's not just word of mouth. I've heard actual true cases where it's just, oh hey, this happened, trust me, bro, the source is me, and it does not fly in court. I would know. And that's why documents are very important. Oh, rephrase. Long story short, if you don't have his agreement confirmed in literal writing, as in a document or a signed form, then it won't be counted as an agreement. It'll just be considered word of mouth. A word of mouth, basically just that, there. Yeah, I saw a radio, I'm still freaking out about the attack, bro. There are like so many people that attacked my fighting OCs, and no one except a few people attacked Ren. Very few people attacked one of my favorite characters at the moment. No one attacked Mimi and Captain Viral, which I am slightly disappointed about. Still, you are planning. I'm not jealous. What engine are you planning on using? Because if it's like RPG Maker, wait! I just remembered something. I have Steam. I just remembered that I had Steam, so I can just get RPG Maker. Oh wait, I'm poor. I forgot that I'm poor. Okay. Okay. Let's see. The poll has not changed at all. There are still 40 people that want. There's still 40% that want Angel reboot plans. No one wanted to listen about. I have bias. If I have a bias, if I put Dead Men Eat No Meals separate from my other horror projects. Hello, welcome Mew. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Oh, Mira, I was asking what game engine you're planning on making your game on. What game engine are you planning on making your game on? Because for Shadowed Echoes, I used Ren'Py, which is a visual novel focused game engine. And of course, and just as I said, there were no changes in the stream. Almost instantly, people voted for Angels. I'm good, Mew. Other than the thing that happened, I think I'm in a better mood. Oh, it's a rhythm game. I would suggest something like. Am I lagging? Bro, am I lagging? Ignore the misspelling. If it's a rhythm game, then I believe it could be made better on Godot. Yeah, Godot. Yeah, give Godot a shot. I will tell you. I will tell you instantly from. I played Paper Hat Productions games. I'm pretty sure one of them was Kicking Balls and another one was like a Double Barrel Sniper. I've played their games, totally not because I am a playtester for one of the games. I'm not biased. I'm not biased.
Hey sis, I'm posting the Nola art.
What? Type out the game engine. Okay, so I can list down a few. Hang on. Okay, so we have, if you want 2D or 3D games, then you can do Godot, so that there's a lot more variety. If you want visual novels, then visual novels, then you can have Ren'Py. But if you want RPG games, obviously you want RPG Maker, but Godot also works as well. And yeah, Miguel is right. Get Godot if you do not want to deal with Unity shenanigans. Okay, let's see. Okay, base Noli art, I guess. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hot dang, hot diggity dog. Is this supposed to be the dude that I'm afraid of? Hang on. Why is the chat over here? Guys, scuff stream, everyone, scuff stream. Scuff stream. Scuff stream, everyone, scuff. Beautiful. It's just what we need. Okay, just praying that it shows up. There we go. Hey. So we got Noli art from my sister. Beautiful. I'm a little scared, actually. I'm a little scared, actually. What? Why are he smiling like that? I like the what the frick, dude. Okay, I was just put myself here. Whatever, that works. That works.
Great googly moogly.
Average first stream and forever experience. Hush. Okay, the time to start yapping about character design stuff. I've been learning more about character design, so yee. Okay, I like the silhouette. I like that there's like a slight gap between this. It kind of looks like an upside down jaw from my perspective. If you were to turn Noli's head upside down, it looked like there's a bottom half of the jaw missing. I also like the inner detail that it actually looks like some kind of military uniform. Sort of like, I think from my perspective, it looks like Noli's trying to imitate the other survivors without knowing what their actual history was. And then here comes my slight gripes. Noli doesn't look monstrous enough. You did tell me that you did tell me that you want Noli to look monstrous. He doesn't look monstrous here. He just looks like a rotting corpse. But if that's what you're going for, then you succeeded in the hey, he's a rotting corpse kind of a big deal, you know? All right. What the heck, bro? How do I hide this? It's not. But like, honestly, I think it looks okay for now. It looks great. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, boring. Oh yeah, I was joking, of course. I like, yeah, if you were going for hell, as in like, the daughter, I'm pretty sure, of Loki, then yeah, you did pretty well, making one half look dead and the other look alive. But he doesn't look that way, like, when you actually look at the design. It's kind of meh, in my opinion. Sorry if that sounded kind of harsh. Ren be my mentor. I'd be happy to. And there's like 50 people. There's like 50% now. Uh-oh. Okay, I suppose I'm gonna end the poll. Okay, I guess that's settled. We're gonna talk about plans for an Angels reboot. If you joke a joke, does it become a stronger joke or no longer a joke? That means you're joking about joking, which means you aren't joking. It's like, hey, I was joking, unless, you know, that kind of energy, that. Okay. So people really want to hear about, Angels reboot. Your Dusakar designs. I can't really make comments at the moment. It looks okay, but it's not really... What's it called? How do I phrase this without sounding harsh? I'm sorry, but like, it looks okay, but not interesting. It's not compelling. That's all. That's all my comments. I heard your joke is strong. Okay. Ugh, I didn't want to do this. I knew that if I were to talk about the Angels reboot plans, people are gonna start to cry. Because I've worked so hard on Angels lore and I've been like hanging the lore over everyone's heads. But I haven't been satisfied with Angels lore, to be honest. I can't make any comments at the moment, sis. I can't make any comments, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna put you on blast. Listen, I'm not a sadist, alright? I'm not mean. Actually, I might as well just send it to Nonsense's server. I might as well. What's stopping me, right? On second thought, sis, if you do that, I'm actually going to cry. Wait, Nonsense is online. What if I just... No. You know what? I'll just say it. I'll just... Wait, I'll just...
Wait.
Don't... Never mind, I don't want to anymore. Sis, you... I don't know. Oh, hi, Nem. Hi, Nem. Welcome. Welcome. A poll just ended, so now I have to talk about something I've been trying to avoid for over 5 years. Oh. Are you staying safe? You staying safe, Bunso? Are you safe? Are you safe? I swear to myself that I wouldn't be putting on a stream voice. I never thought that I would be putting on the like somewhat like the ate voice. The little oh my gosh kind of voice. Oh, ooh. And you stop getting distracted. What are you talking about? You already are distracted. You already are distracted. Hey, thanks, bro. Thanks. Okay. Okay, time to open up time to open up my Angels folder and delay. I mean procrastinate. Delay. I mean procrastinate. I mean to actually talk about my project. What in the whoa, hello. What are you doing here, Nonsense? Whoa! I'm yapping about my OCs, bro! No! Get out! Get out! I was joking, please stay. If you want to, of course, if you can. No! No! I was joking! I'm sorry, it's for a bit. Okay, let me see if I can get my stream, get my screen share. You need to make a soundboard. Guys, why are y'all freaking out? Guys, he's just a normal person, like me. Okay? He's just a normal person, just like me. Oh my gosh. Huh? Oh, finally. Okay. Yeah, it's working now, so... Okay, so... Fix up... Huh? Where did it go? Oh, what? Okay, minor problem. Scuff stream, everyone. So my screen share isn't working. My screen share isn't working. Okay, I found it. It's working again. Everyone say hello to Firo. Welcome back, everyone, to Angels. sis, stop sending me art. Do you think that's gonna make me share it more, bruh?
I like being silly like that.
Oh yeah. Oh, good for you, then. It's pitch black like your soul. What? Just shoot. Okay. So I'm gonna.
Whoa!
Whoa! Mira, what in the frick, brother? Or sis? Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between that don't identify as ladies or gents. What in the world is going on? Yo, sit down. Sit down, or I'm going to have Vito tell you to sit down. Actually, you would like that, wouldn't you? Okay. So I'm gonna list down a few issues as to why. Oh, your agent. Oops. Okay. So I'm gonna list down a few reasons as to why I. Oh, hello. Hello. Hi. Okay, so I'm gonna list down a few reasons as to why I had tried to delay Angel's development for so long. Number one, I made the characters before I made the power system. So when I started watching Hunter x Hunter, I started getting a lot more inspiration for the power system. Like, oh, what if I started making them based on some kind of like element, since I myself am a big fan of science, but I am not a science-y person. I do not understand science one bit. Mira, sit down! Sit down! I do not trust you with Vito. Sit down! Okay, so basically, that's one issue. The second one is the... How do I say this? So, if you aren't aware or haven't seen my Instagram or my shorts, there is a set of characters that I am trying to prepare or like fix up. It's literally 3 characters. The 3 characters I think are unnamed, Sniper, and Junior. So these 3 characters are supposed to be one of the more major antagonists. They're supposed to be one of the more major antagonists. So like, while you normally— oh my gosh, why am I so huge? It just occurred to me, no one can actually see the stream. Ugh. Scoff! Scoff! Literal scoff! 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 Everyone scoff! Point and laugh! Point and laugh! Point and laugh! Yes. So the powers of the characters are meant to be based on elements of the periodic table. Okay. I duplicated myself. Now it's time to shrink. Oops. I will now shrink, as in scuff. F, not M. Scuff. Where's... Okay. So basically, and I copied nonsense. So basically, again, god dang it, I'm not supposed to copy him. Of all the people I'm supposed to be copying. Okay. Shrinking privileges. I am no longer big. I am now small. I am now a creature. And you will all join me to the right side of the stream. Beautiful. Now none of you will see. Okay. So basically, the idea is that they're gonna be all of their powers are gonna be based on certain elements of the periodic table, since in the world building of Angels, the characters are supposed to be at least somewhat— the powers are supposed to be at least somewhat based on science. The original idea, if I remember correctly, was that they have this thing called catalysts. I've always had this powers element idea when I was younger. The idea is that these characters always had like capabilities or like lean towards these elements, but they aren't able to harness them unless like it's quite literally shocked into awaken or something. It's sort of like, you know, when a heart stops and you use a defibrillator and then it starts beating again? That's the idea that I had for the elements here. It's like everyone can use it. They lean towards a certain type of element, but they are unable to use it until it's been shocked. Sort of. That's or activated. Yes, activated. Now, a few ideas is that Sniper would probably have like a fire-based power or like some kind of aimbot. But I do know that these three take the catalyst elements or like the catalyst idea and just like take it to like 11,000%. Because the idea is like, okay, so for Fido, someone like Fido, he could theoretically be able to use the stronger elements, but he wouldn't suffer any severe side effects or what's the word? What's that? I can't. Oh, nako. Ay, nakalimutan na ako. Nako. Okay. Deformities. Yes, deformities. He wouldn't suffer any deformities as a result, or like severe deformities. But someone like Sniper, after being shocked, he would suffer some mild deformities. So maybe Sniper would have like maybe pointed ears or like some kind of aimbot eye. That would indicate that he has that kind of element. But for someone like Junior would have a full-on large horn. Junior would have a full-on large horn, and Unnamed would have a large tail. And that's the idea. So depending on how the body reacts to the activation of the element, then they have these deformities that indicate how well they can handle it. So for someone like Sniper, he requires a lot of precision, otherwise he's going to suffer stronger deformities. But for someone like Unnamed, he can literally wield his power like a freaking tractor. You can just bada boom pow kind of stuff. The idea is that for him, his power is shapeshifting, but not the typical shapeshifting that I believe everyone is familiar with. The kind of shapeshifting where he has to rearrange his bones, stretch them, or add extra joints just to fit a certain size, a certain body type. You know, disturbing stuff. Well, Junior, at the moment, he doesn't have any severe powers at the moment, since Sniper and Unnamed were my main focus at the time when I was working on Angels. But Junior was supposed to have some kind of poison power. Like, he can make stalactites and rocks that can make poison that is capable of burning through bone, burning through metal. You know, I don't know, fun stuff. Fun stuff, basically. So here's my main reason for actually stopping, other than the power system. You notice that it's mostly all work in progresses, that I've been only focusing on these four characters: Fido, Sniper, and Junior, and Unnamed. I haven't focused on Nadine, Koella, Minnie, and Cyrus. Here's the thing. For the main 5 characters, actually, hang on, let me see if I have like... Do I have my folder for them? Yes, I do, in fact, have them. So, for the main 5 duo, ignore the other characters. I have not redesigned them yet. But for the main 5 duo, we have Fido, Koella, Cyrus, Mirabelle, and Nadine, Lepidoptera, Mira's favorite, and my favorite. This is my favorite, this is my son. I'm joking, but like, these 5 do not have powers yet, except for Fido, who I am somewhat aware that he should have some kind of electricity power. Here's the horrible part. I planned for Koala to have speed powers, but then I handed those powers off to Dash, who ended up splitting into two characters because I didn't want him to be associated with Starbreak, and now he's two completely different characters, and now I am confused, and now I mixed up their characters, and now Koala doesn't have the speed powers, and now I do not know what kind of power she should have. Cyrus, I am somewhat aware that he does not have any powers at all. He's like the inventor guy, the guy that makes machines, the guy that bosses everyone else around while he proceeds to make literal mini bombs with periodic table elements. I'm pretty sure there's this one girl in Big Hero 6 that does that. Like, yeah. Mirabelle? I have no idea what to do with her. She's just there. For now, I do not have any ideas for her. Unnamed has powers to do with cell reprogramming and stem cells? I guess so. Hang on, I have notes on my phone, but I completely forgot where I put my phone. Where did my phone go? I lost my phone. There's my phone. I found it. Okay. So, I'm gonna pull out my notes, and oh no, my messenger is going insane. Okay, let me see. So, okay, I'm gonna read it. So, a shape-shifting power. As it is quite powerful, Unnamed has been trained to never use it, as he always has to remain undercover. His true appearance is, quote, too gross to uncover or reveal. Of the trio, he is the most reliable in close quarters combat, but prefers not getting into battle at all because of his hollow and flexible bones, making him fragile. Unlike Sniper, who can stand his ground, Unnamed runs on an all-or-nothing fighting style, showing no mercy to his enemies and making sure they stay dead. Also, yes, I've read your comment. Yes, Cyrus is just a blue medicine pocket. He's just a blue medicine pocket. And also Cyrus... Oh wait, Cyrus has fangs! He is just medicine pocket! He is just medicine pocket, but blue. Nadine, I am somewhat aware that he should be somewhat shield-based, but I still like the idea of him wielding some kind of mace. I don't like him to be just the tank, but it would make sense if he was. There is also one more reason I tried to take a break from Angels, and that's because I haven't been able to understand the structure of how Cypher works in general. So for now, I want to put a hold on Angels and the Angels video in general, and maybe reboot the entire series, do what June did, and literally just fix up the series, tear it down to its fundamentals, and see if I can build it from the ground up. But for now, I do not have any self-indulgent character to actually fix up Angels, so I'm putting Angels on the back burner until I actually know what I really want to do with this project. As Angels is a huge passion project of mine, I do not want to mess up Angels any further, so that's why I am taking a break and hopefully planning on rebooting it as soon as I understand what the world building should be. I'm basically saying, long story short, I will have to start Angels from scratch again and again because of multiple reasons. World building sucks, no detail, no story beats, no story plot ideas, and I'm just running off of notes and nothing but notes. This is my mistake as a first. Of course you can, but like for now, I want to tear everything down to its fundamentals. By fundamentals, I need to figure out what Angels as a story is supposed to be. What are the characters supposed to serve? Are the characters supposed to be in the world for the sake of being in a huge world, or because they drive the story? I want the story to drive the characters, not the characters to drive the story. Oh wait, how do I phrase this? I don't want it to be a story where the characters react to their environment. I want them to be the reason why their environment is also the way it is. So, as happy as I am with the project at the moment, I'm not satisfied with working on Angels because things get really exhausting after I just watch other things and I notice more discrepancies in the world building than I ever do with anything else, and I get really demotivated as a result. So for now, I'm working on much more shorter projects, so stuff like Myth and Dead Men Eat No Meals are considered technically passion projects, but not ones that I would actually finish. Okay, that's kind of all I had to say about the Angels reboot. It took about like 30 or 20, 40 minutes or something, but that's as much as I have to say about this project. I have nothing else to say. No other comments or anything else. Unfortunately, that's all I got. Long story short, I am not satisfied with Angels. Not at all. So I am taking a break from Angels in general, Angels projects, Angels videos, until I get my act together and figure out what I actually want for this series. Because I don't want it to remain dead, I want it to thrive. But I can't do that if I do not know what I want for the project. Oh, okay. Ouch. I just realized that no one else is talking. There's literally no one here. Wah. Sag. Wait, I'll see if I can, I'll see if I can just shove this in another server. I can. I can. I completely forgot that I can. Excuse the coughing. I am, something happened and now I am sniffing like badly. I'm pretty sure it's the weather. Okay, so I guess going in order of the poll since I have nothing else to— Yeah, you're the only one talking. You're the only one talking. I don't know what happened to everyone else. They just disappeared. Nar, everyone just died. Rip. Rip. This is what I get. Okay. So, why don't we go on next to, my horror projects. I'm gonna go and make a new, doodle page. Just start doodling, I guess. Okay. So, why don't we start with, the first horror project that I had that basically started this. So, one of my first horror projects was, The Myth of Dead Dahlia. Or at the moment I am confused because the way I spelled her name. So now I don't know if it's Dahlia or Dahlia. Great, beautiful. So, oh my gosh, whoa, horror, yahoo, horror. So, The Myth of Dead Dahlia. I'm gonna rip the band-aid. I don't know if I'm actually gonna make this a thing. So The Myth of Dead Dahlia, basically, long story short, takes place in the Philippines. You are this girl, you play as the girl, Dahlia, spirit medium, meets her old friend. I'm pretty sure it was, oh, I forgot his name. Oh my god, hot diggity dog, I even forgot his name. Whoa, wait, let me check in my old server to see if I can find any information on this. Let me see. The myths. There. So, free-to-line spirit medium Dahlia is hired by mysterious clients to cleanse a photo and deliver it to a haunted cabin. And she's accompanied by her old friend Elliot, who despises the supernatural. Elliot reluctantly helps Dahlia as they confront the spirits in the haunted cabin to try and locate her client and secure her payment. I like the plot. Simple. But there are a few issues that I have with it. Again, mostly world building issues, but I wouldn't call it that this time. I would say this time it would be the lack of resources. Because Dahlia's gameplay the Myth of Dead Dahlia, the gameplay that I'm planning for is based in RPG Maker, and guess what? I do not have RPG Maker. So now I am stuck with just planning Myth for now. Now the Myth of Dead Dahlia is the first of the installments for Myth. The second installment, if I remember correctly, would be something. Hang on. It would be High Rise Hotel, which the long story short for the plot of that is, so the main character. Hang on, let me see if I remember his name. I'm pretty sure I put it in a separate note. It should be here. Yes, here. In Singapore, two men are working in a barely running hotel, trying to get as much money before the hotel closes down. Sound familiar? Though it becomes much harder to work in the hotel, where a new set of rules gets put in place. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Bunso, it's okay, really. It's fine. I was panicking. I know better than to look at the participants in the stream. I gotta keep going. I gotta pretend like everyone's here. So that's it. The story of High Rise Hotel is actually inspired by these rules creepypastas that I keep finding online. And I'm like, ooh, I like those. They're like so freaky weird, and I like it. Actually, hang on. Let's see if I can go to my old server and redraw Dahlia. Oh, Dahlia does not have any bangs. Dahlia does not have any bangs. What a loser. Big forehead. What? Oh my gosh. Tell your brother. Ask your brother if he has an Oshi. I was joking, please don't. I'm not a VTuber, I promise. Dahlia is supposed to have smaller eyes. She's not supposed to look like a moe girl. What am I doing? So that's the plot of High Rise Hotel, but that's as much as I can get in the Myth series. The Myth series takes place in a universe where certain rumors manifest in existence because of the collective belief that humans believe in them. So like us. Yeah, that sounds familiar. I wonder why. So let's see if I remember how to phrase this. So let's say, for example, if you know, I'll give an example using a folk tale or like some kind of, or like a myth or whatever. Say you have the collective belief that the manananggal is real. You know, like the woman that splits her body in half and it just starts floating. Oh, hi silly, sorry that you had to hear that on your first time entering my stream. Hello! I'm yapping about my OCs. And I already got to one of the points because it's just a reboot of a project. And basically, long story short, I'm not satisfied with the world building, so I'm not gonna work on it for now until I know what to do with the project. The second one right now I'm talking about is my horror project, or my horror game projects. So, going back to my example, let's just say that, let's just use an example of the manananggal. If in a certain town, the collective belief of the manananggal is real, is like large enough, then more people will start to believe in the manananggal, and when that happens, she will manifest more and more until she is basically real. She will manifest more for the reason that the more people believe in the fact that she is out there hunting, then the more opportunities she will get to hunt. That's how rumors work in the myth universe. So, in the case of the myth of Dead Dahlia, there is a myth that there's a cabin that will haunt anyone that goes inside. And by haunt, it is vague. Here's the reason why it's never mentioned how they haunt. It's because no one ever leaves the cabin alive, let alone if they do, we don't know if they leave the same person. OJ, what did you order? Give me food! I'm not hungry, I promise. Okay, so that's how it works. For Dead Dahlia, there's a myth that there's a cabin. I guess. I think I said this already, but there's a long story short. Cabin haunted, people go inside, they usually don't come out alive. And if they do, who knows if they're the same person? We don't know if they're a doppelganger or not. So yeah, that's Dead Dahlia. But for the myth of high-rise hotel, basically, at a certain point in time, the high-rise hotel will start gaining inhuman guests in a way. Hi, Mom.
Saan yung yung init-init? Open your windows. Okay, open. Open the door, open your windows.
Wait, can you bring those out?
Huh?
Bring those out.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk anymore. Beautiful. I do not want to. Why are you closing it that loud? You shouldn't close it that loud. Okay, so basically, high-rise hotel. Certain time of day, a hotel is open to weird guests. Spirited Away, but like gone wrong, is my best explanation for this. So yes, that's high-rise hotel. That's as much as my horror projects as for now. That's one of, I think, 3. Oh yeah, I already finished. So the second one is one that I'm actually in active development for. It's not high-res. Let's see. Yes, Uncharted Years. Uncharted Years is a joint project between me and my sister. She designed the main character Angelito, while I designed his best friend Roman. and no, have you forgotten who runs this stream? Oh my god. So, I don't want to read the premise beat for beat because I am planning on, again, rewriting it because it's phrased horribly. Long story short, the main protagonist, Angelito, works in a hospital in the Philippines, and he wants to earn enough money before the closure and care for the remaining patients in the facility. After the closure, though, it coincides with his birthday, and his friend Roman decides to celebrate with him. For some reason, something happens, and now spirits are taking the form of his childhood memories, and that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got for Uncharted Years. I actually have like a underdeveloped build at the moment. I could play it, but like, ooh, cringe, ooh. Ew, yuck, ew. You guys do not want to see that because there's like a horrible monologue that is in there, and I do not like to share it. That'd be disgusting. A disgrace. Yeah, I have extensive vitriol for my work. Don't ask, I just kind of do. So, what is Uncharted Years has a lot of themes about childbirth, loss, childhood memories, trauma, whatever. You get the gist. If a story has something to do with confronting childhood memories, you know it's gonna be very traumatic. Actually, the entire premise of Uncharted Years was actually based on a suggestion that my sister said, which is basically, what if there is a horror game based on my fear of like childbirth specifically? Because childbirth tends to be a horrifying experience, and if the mothers aren't handled right, they could just, you know, they could just unsubscribe from life. I'm just saying, they could die, for lack of a better word. Oh wait, I love whatever you're on. So that is Uncharted Years. At the moment, there are a few story beats that I am ironing out. We are getting the intro done so that we can serve up prologue, Uncharted Years, and then we can update the game chapter by chapter. Okay, with that, this is Dahlia. This is Dahlia from Myth of Dead Dahlia. Fun fact, the actual original plot of Dead Dahlia is that Elliot was supposed to be the main protagonist, and Dahlia was supposed to be the one haunting him, but I decided to switch because it would be more interesting if you were in the perspective of the supposed dead Dahlia, you know? So that's it! Yippee! That's my horror projects for now. I am not going to mention Jaded Realities because just like Angels, I am still ironing out the details and I am unsatisfied. But I do know that Jaded Realities is mostly Mesmerizer inspired, and my favorite character Bao is actually here. So let me go ahead and give him a quick sketch. I'm sorry. Why did my mic pick that up, bro? Why did my mic pick up my sniffling? Gosh, bleh. Brother, ugh. What's that, brother? Ugh. I'm keeping you in my closet. No, get me out. Get me out! Get me out! Get me out of the closet! Get me out! No! Okay. No, what do you mean? No, what do you mean? Don't know me. I think I made a sketch of Bao and Yun. I think this is all I've got for my horror projects. What do you mean don't bring that here! That is embarrassing! Oh, what interaction? What? Silly, don't mind how unhinged everyone is here. Trust me, I get a lot worse when certain characters are mentioned. If you know, you know. Oh, would you look at that? You're my number 2 fan, and you're my number 1 now. Look, you see, you've got that crown and the number next to it. Okay, the two of you fight. Fight for the number 1 position. Fight. Fight. to the death. Fight to the death now. Oh, With a Lawful has the #1 title. Fight, fight, fight. Let me see. What other projects are you doing? I can actually talk about that as soon as I'm finished with Golden Eyes. But okay. Let me. Oh yeah, Jay. Of course you can make your own angels. You can make your own OC for angels. I just suggest that if you do, I suggest you make your OC. Go ham, because if I have an idea from your OC, congratulations, you single-handedly helped me revive angels. Actually, why did I give Bao that? He's supposed to have turtlenecks. He cannot handle the cold. Okay, so let's see. My other projects is a thing called Golden Eyes. Now, actually, I do have a doodle with Sun Wukong in Golden Eyes, which is basically just him going like, "Hey, listen, guys, I may be quintuple immortal, but like, I'm not immune to pain." That's how I will explain his immortality. Like he can handle most things. It's just that he will still feel pain from it. He just finds it annoying that if you hurt him, he has to feel the burden of it. Like, ooh, why would you punch me in the gut? Just because I'm immortal doesn't mean I can't feel it. I love your Sun Wukong! This was a rough idea. This was before I got the tablet. Now that not the tablet, my what was it? This was before I had my my screen protector. Okay, on the right. Bow! There we go. Bow! Look at him bow! Bow is so silly. I haven't gotten past season 1 yet. Will there be spoilers? That's for LMK. That's for Lego Monkey Kid. I have not worked on Golden Eyes ever since I stopped watching Lego Monkey Kid. For other reasons, I'm also keeping Golden Eyes under wraps because I actually have a huge amount of ideas. One of them is a new power system. I actually, going back to my phone, I actually have a bunch of power ideas. Would you like me to read them before we move on to our next project? Immortal and invincible are two different things, so I get why Wukong would still feel pain. He's not invincible. Cue the invincible sound. If you know, you know. So here's the magic for Golden Eyes. When the heirs transform, they coat themselves in a layer of their deity's chosen blessing for them. You know, when Wukong says that he's quintuple immortal, that's how I imagine it. Like, it's like wearing a bunch of clothing in layers. The blessing gives the heirs new outfits and weapons to fight against the demons plaguing mankind. If they end up bleeding, that usually means a demon can pierce the layer of armor that protects them, and the natural protection from their aura. So, like, it explains why there are skeptics in the universe. Like when you tell them, hey, there's like ghost stuff. It explains why some people don't feel the ghost and why some do. Anyways, if the heir sustains too much damage or begins to lose faith in their deity, the mirage, which is the blessing, could break and leave their mortal form vulnerable to possession and attack. Note that I said layers. This implies that blessings can be stacked. This is easily demonstrated by destiny-bonded heirs like Sayuki and her group, aka the main protagonist, and hero-born heirs like Odi, with Odysseus's blood lineage and Athena's blessing. Now, I actually had a question from my sister who asked what about Hercules or like Heracles, and I said it's the standard heir stuff plus burning his mortality away. So his lineage are like they're naturally strong because he burned his mortality away, so like he became part god because of it. So when his lineage started like birthing mortal children or heirs, then they're able to be like naturally strong. They just don't know why they're just that strong. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I ranted about it. Yeah. Let's see. According to my sister, she asked about the fates, so I say this. The fates do not control the fate of the heir. The mirage of their blessings messes with the strings of the fate need to track down their life. Their fates are usually left unknown. Prophecies work like they normally do, with oracles and creepy phrasing, but the fates in the let's see. My sister says the fates in actual myth weave the fates of every living human. That's how prophecies work. So, is there a rumor in that world, since all the myths have been mixed together? Because we have Greek gods, Norse gods, and we also have like Buddhism, Taoism, like Chinese gods, they're Japanese gods, you know. So it's a rumor, basically. It's a rumor that the fates in this universe can control an heir's life. Some heirs claim to live for over 200 years, but none can really claim that they are who they really are. Long story short, living longer than they should because they're an heir is a rumor. No one has been able to disprove or prove the fact. As for the myths being mixed together and deciding which deity will handle which heir, the fates usually hold a meeting with the big guys in charge to determine which human is in their jurisdiction and continue from there. For example, while Sayuki may be half Chinese and Japanese, she believes in the ideals of Buddhism despite claiming like, oh no, I'm not really into Buddhism, I understand their ideals and I would follow them. So Sayuki's fate would be handled by the Devarajas since she believes in Buddhism. She would not be handled by the Japanese gods, though she will be assisted from them because of it. I have not answered to my sister how Hinduism works. Hinduism is complicated, and my old friends in Singapore used to be used to believe in Hinduism. So like, I don't want to touch into some really complicated territory. So that's why Golden Eyes has been a bit on the back burner as well, because I need to do a ton of research just to keep everything lore and myth accurate, out of respect for the original religions and the myths, of course. Of course, I respect everyone here. Everyone except a certain masked person in Forsaken. You know who you are, Jason Voorhees. And now we can get to the miscellaneous projects, aka the ones that I've been waiting to yap about since the start of this stream. So, there's these characters, right? There's these characters. Okay? I want you to look at them. I want you to stare at them. I want you to process their appearance. Can any of you tell me if you can see them? Because I want you to look at them. Stare at my children. Look at them. Wait, hang on. Do I have them in the folder? I'm pretty sure I do. Wait. Let me go and find it. Yeah, you see Casely. Yes, you see Casely. Yes, you see Casely. Oh, it's my OC universe. It's fine. Don't worry, silly, if you can't catch up. I'm sorry. I'm like really fast and I yap a lot. What do you mean, Captain Trotter and Calypso? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Shut! No! It's not Captain Trotter. I promise you, you're not looking at Captain Trotter. It's not Captain Trotter and Calypso, I promise. Okay, so basically, this story, I have an entire terminology for a rough plotline, full-on mood board, full-on playlist. Someone stop me! These few characters have been rotting my brain, and if I don't stop, I'll probably work on this more than I would with Angels. Captain who? Captain who? What are you? Him? I love him. I love him so much. He deserved nothing. He He deserved everything.
Just don't spoil it.
He deserved everything. He deserves everything. I love him. I would do anything for him. He's perfect and he's beautiful. He's perfect and amazing and I love him. He's perfect and amazing. He's perfect. He's perfect. I promise. I muted myself so hard. I muted myself so bad. I crashed out so bad that I muted myself, everyone. I crashed out about Captain Trotter so bad that I muted myself. It's fine, it's fine. I turned my mic on again. You guys can hear me, I promise. Imagine if a certain someone shows up midstream. That'd be funny. That'd be really funny. That'd be really funny. It's fine. I fixed it now. Anyways, so the project is called Dead Men Eat No Meals. Now, this was based on the original, I think, pirate phrase called Dead Men Tell No Tales. Which you know what that implies. But in this universe, this is in a universe where crops and food have become delicacies for the upper class, with piracy now being focused on raiding food transport ships instead of gold. Now, in this story, we focus on a certain crew that end up crashing and stranded on an island until they find a mansion where they decide to stay for the night, and then the crew vanished. The crew vanished one by one. Whoa! Oh! I'm sorry. I'm so weird. So these five are the main group. While there are other pirates there, I am a little lazy to design them unless perhaps you guys could give me ideas. If you want, you could give me ideas. I'm just saying. Teehee, wink wink, nudge nudge. I'm joking, obviously I'm joking. So the main protagonist, actually this story was based on a dream that I had. And the dream that I had showed me one of the endings, and specifically, this game is RPG Maker focused, because I noticed that the characters are moving in an RPG Maker style. So, let's see. Our main character is Mimi. Do you want me to be your advisor? So, our main character is Mimi. Mimi is the main protagonist, and to describe her story, she is basically one of the rich in the story that ended up resorting to piracy because during a protest, she protested against the other upper class that were with her, and they were like, you know what? You're not part of the cool kids club anymore. I am ready for people to mention cool kid because I said cool kid. So you're not part of the cool kids anymore, so get out. So they kick her out. They don't just kick her out. They humiliate her so bad and ruin her family and her name. So she's left starving.
Yo, girl, it's been an hour.
So she's left starving, and here we get to meet another important character. What do you mean, who? Did I not mention her name? Mimi? Yeah, Mimi. freezing? Am I freezing? What? Okay. 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 Oh my god, I shouldn't have said anything! Oh, no! Anyways, so when she gets kicked out of like the upper class, the parties and whatnot, she's left starving. And then she meets this dude, whom we will get into right now, because he's one of my favorite characters in this story. Because I liked the way I wrote him so much that I ended up writing a flash fiction for him for a assignment. But going back, this dude is Captain Viral, the leader of the Lowland Lives, a pirate group focused on raiding high quality food transport ships, not for the quality of the food, but because of how much food that they are hoarding. Now, the Lowland Lives are very infamous because of how much food they stole and how much of a menace they are to the upper class. Viral's story originally, his backstory is that he was a sailor prior to the famine, or like the extreme famine front that happened. You know, the thing that caused food to be a delicacy? That. So he was once a sailor, like just taking care of his boat, nothing much. And then he started hearing rumors that people are starving in the center of like the country. And he was at the edge because he's at the ocean and whatnot. So he didn't see an issue until it started affecting his section of the country as well. He started getting hungry as well. Everyone else is fighting over food. People are literally fighting and causing literal battles over food. And Viral didn't want to see that anymore. He didn't want to be in that environment where people are constantly fighting for food. So he up and left, and he took everyone he could with him. So the original Lowland Lives were a group of miners, were a group of him and a few sailors. Just very few, like basically sea dogs, if you could call it that. They're basically inexperienced, and his first time raiding a vassal ship full of food, he lost half his crew. He wasn't used to being a pirate yet, so he was like, oh yeah, you're right, yeah, exactly. So he was upset at losing half his crew. So and that was just only a few months into being a pirate. He hasn't even established himself yet, or like he hasn't established his crew yet. So fast forward a bit, the time that made him infamous was the one time where he specifically slaughtered one of the sailors from the Grain Baron, or the Grain Baron is another term for the rich here. That's pirate lingo. I'm mainly referring to all the characters with pirate lingo, or like this universe's pirate lingo. What do you mean strangles you? What did I do? What did I do? So the world before the famine, he keeps daydreaming about it, and I think at one point, I remember one of my favorite excerpts from this writing was when he looks at the houses of the rich, he spies the ghosts of mothers, begging the lords for a single cut of lobster. His ears prick up at the wails of children crying from starvation, and the pleadings of fathers to hold on another day. And that smell, that disgusting, rotten smell of meat. Oh, you know, what did I do? Stop! Don't bite me! So, going back to Viral, you guys can have like, actually, can I host a Q&A? I can host a Q&A. Wait. Duh. done. Start Q&A. Let's go. All right. So here, you can now ask about my OCs specifically for Dead Men Eat No Meals, because I do not have any plans for the other projects that I have at the moment. Totally not okay. Reasons because like I want to reboot them, but the other reason I want to specifically talk about Dead Men Eat No Meals is because I am actually very satisfied with the horror in this story. Not just the horror, but just the general world building and the characters in general. I've never been this satisfied with making designs for a universe, even if I hated them. Like Mr. Loomis here. Mr. Loomis is a butler for one of the Grain Baron, and honestly, I don't like his design. But if I were to tell you that he wasn't one of my favorites, I would be lying, and that's a doppelganger. Please shoot the doppelganger. Shoot the doppelganger. Shoot it. Bite it. Bite its face off. What do you mean now I'm gonna give you rabies? I just read your message. What do you mean you're gonna give me rabies? What do you mean you're gonna give me rabies? Okay. Okay. I am excited. I want to see if anyone has any questions, so you're free to ask if you want. I can end the Q&A and just okay. Oh. Okay, we got one already. So, what are like the primary foods being hunted for? Literally anything. But the things that are mostly prioritized are nutritious food. So stuff like meat, fish, important veggies like cabbages. But other things that are also just as important would be desserts, but those are usually as like a only if you want to. Like, if you take that food, better eat it on the ship, because we're not keeping that, you know? So, if I were to give an example, Mimi's build, she's naturally a lot more chubbier than the rest of the group. Not because she eats more, but because that's just her body type. And since she was part of the upper class, Viral playing somewhat favorites because he sees Mimi as a daughter. He doesn't want her to be like starving and whatnot. Like, as in like, he doesn't want like her to be thin like the rest of them. So he ends up hoarding more food than he usually would and keeping some for her. So because he doesn't want her to miss what it was like to be rich, but she doesn't miss being rich. She gets upset every time Viral tries to spoil and feed her, and he's like, "No, Mimi, I insist. I can't do pirate lingo. I can't do pirate speak, but you know what I mean." You look at her, she's naturally decked in gold because of her rich status, and she doesn't want to be treated as rich, but still Viral treats her as such because he cares about her very much, because she reminds him a lot of himself back when he was once starving, even though he himself wasn't rich. But a long story short, if it's meat, important veggies like beans or cabbages, if it can be stored for a long time, then that's what's mainly being hunted for. That's what's mainly being stolen from the vassals. Not stuff like snacks. Snacks can be stolen, but they have to be eaten immediately. Honestly, it never occurred to me just how horrifying the universe is. Ooh, okay. This one's an interesting one. Okay, let's see. I may or may not have missed out on what caused the famine, so care to elaborate the root cause of the disaster? I actually wrote it here in the terminology. It should be here in famine front. A term referring to the spread of agricultural collapse. It starts at the quote-unquote center of a location and widens like a sinkhole. It's an unnatural phenomenon. No one has a scientific explanation or basis for the famine. It started in the center of unnamed country. I'm not going to say which, for reasons, because this is like fictional Earth. but it started in so it started in Europe, somewhere in the middle of Europe. And right there, a single circle of grass started to deteriorate. So when that happened, water followed, and then the how do I say this? And then the cows, the cows and the animals started eating the unhealthy grass. They started to mutate. They started getting sick, and then the rich started to eat it, and then they felt sick. They started realizing. Then only then did the rich were like, oh no, the food that we've been eating is very, very precious. Oh, what do we do now? So they hoard their food. Now, if I remember correctly, certain other countries are not affected by the famine. So, like, countries that are already already having like maybe high amounts of poverty, I would say countries like the Philippines, maybe Spain, maybe Europe. But I'm just saying, how do I say this? The famine didn't affect everyone. It's an apocalypse for certain countries, but it's like nothing changed for the rest of the other countries. To make a slight comparison, if you know prehistoric emergence, basically it's like the phenomenon is everywhere, but sometimes it affects certain countries because of their technology or their reaction to the issue. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure the famine did not touch Russia at all. It did not affect Russia at all in this story. Not because it's like really cold and the famine's like, no, not the cold. The famine just shows up randomly. It is probably a supernatural disaster, who knows? But the famine just shows up in certain countries and shows up in and doesn't show up in others. So in this case, in the story here, it takes place in an unknown area of Earth. Not this Earth, it's a different kind of Earth. I was only using Europe and like the Philippines as examples, but these are fictional countries that they're in, because I don't feel comfortable attaching actual nationality or ethnicity labels onto my characters, since I don't want certain people to start screaming at me for some reason because I portrayed a certain ethnicity wrong. I've had that happen to me before with another classmate, and it was ridiculous. It was hilarious, actually. It was actually ridiculous the way they responded, but like, long story short, it's like, why would you do this? Yiddy. I don't care. I don't care. Can you guys hear my sister playing Forsaken in the background? Because I saw my mic pick up the harpooners! Fire! Are you winning, sis?
I'm not!
Okay. But I'll get... Oh, that reminds me of the same... Oh, beautiful. So, but if I were to attach actual ethnicities to these characters, Mimi would probably be Italian or something, I don't know. I know that Viral would 100% be... We can't hear level... Oh, thank goodness that you cannot hear level playing Forsaken, because the last thing you need to hear is Gas Harpoon going, Harpooners! Fire! Well, you can hear her. Anyways, if you have questions also, trust me, I'm willing to wait. So Afro-Italian? Yes, exactly. That's exactly how I would describe her. Okay, I will now proceed to make a bunch of doodles now with my characters with my silly children. So that's one of the questions that I'll close that. I've answered it. So let's go. It's still open, of course. You can ask anything about any of the other projects, but I will probably answer more stuff. I will more likely answer stuff with Dead Men Eat No Meals. Are you serious? I just heard Gas Harpoon laughing like a maniac. Okay, I think... Actually, hang on. Who should I draw? Why did I give Loomis green hair? Actually, hang on. I can continue yapping. I can continue yapping about my OCs for as long as I can. So, in this, I can talk about one of the endings. I'm not planning on like gatekeeping anything because I want to talk. So, the rough story that I had here was that the Lowland Lives would crash onto a mysterious island where Grey Marrow Hall exists in. Oh, you lost. Oh, ooh. So, Mr. Loomis is the like butler for Grey Marrow Hall, aka the like. Can you hear my fan? Yep, you can. So, Mr. Loomis takes care of this hall, of this mansion. And he tells the crew, like, come on, you guys can sit. And trust me, I'm in the same situation as you, even though I myself once came from a rich family. So when that happens, the crew start to vanish each day, and each time Mimi would go out to scavenge for food, while Viral is left to wonder who is disappearing and why. And while that's happening, he's going insane! He's slowly getting paranoid and accusing everyone of stealing food. So by the time Mimi comes back, Captain Viral is over here accusing his crew of mutiny. It took everything in me not to sing that song. That song is spoilers. That song is Blocktail spoilers. Oh my god. Anyways, so Eli is a pirate that doesn't act like a pirate. Juno is a pirate that doesn't look like a pirate. Grease is just there. Is Mr. Loomis a cannibal? I can't confirm nor deny that, but I will say that he leans heavily towards being cannibal-esque. He wouldn't eat a human being. That's barbaric. Now cooking them is a different story. Why did I say? Someone quote me, please. That was. What do you mean breathing on her? I was sniffing. So, by the end of the story, the two endings that I got in my dream were... Okay, the two characters that were left are Viral and Mimi. Mr. Loomis is nowhere to be seen. And Viral tells Mimi that he had to handle, quote-unquote, the rest of the crew because they weren't telling him the truth. And Mimi is freaking out, like, I saw you as a father. Why are you murdering each of your crew members? And he's like, I had to do what I had to do as a captain. I had to do what was best for my crew. You mean murder them? And when that happens, the ending can differ into two roads. As far as I remember, the ending that I got first was Mimi proceeds to murder Viral in front of the pantry. Note, I forgot to mention the pantry. The pantry is very important. So there's like a location in the mansion called the pantry, and Loomis says and tries to insist that the pantry is empty. Like, guys, there's nothing there. I've tried. My masters took all the food with them. But oh dear, there's something mysterious going on. So Mimi murders Viral in front of the pantry, finds that Viral has the key for the pantry, and oh, you're losing it? This is gonna get worse. So Viral apparently was holding the key to the pantry because a plot I'm sorry. I have no explanation for this. So he was holding the pantry key. Mimi takes it, unlocks the pantry, and finds her crew members chopped into pieces. Yay! Yay! So when she finds that, she loses her mind, and here's where it also differs too, because Mr. Loomis will show up and ask Mimi if she wants to join him, because he can't handle the mansion alone. He needs more people to, let's just say lure. I knew it. I flippin' knew it. I know the twist is there. So when that happens, he's trying to convince Mimi to join him so that there's more people and it's easier to lure. After all, it's a lot easier for someone like Mimi, like a pirate, to convince other lowly pirates to join her in the mansion. Like, it's safe here, trust me. You know, that kind of stuff. So that the ending can differ from there, because if Mimi chooses not to ally with Loomis, she will murder him in cold blood as well. But she gets hungry, and there's nothing else to eat. And once she gives in to her desires, she gets so horrified that she sets the mansion ablaze with her in it. The second ending is if she chooses to ally with Loomis. You already know how this goes. Luring other pirates. She's now deceptive. Oh god, I told you it would get worse! Oh my god! I am so evil, aren't I? I am such...
Bro.
Holy crap! So that's the ending if you choose to murder Vero. If you don't murder Vero, then Vero would be left to wonder what he was doing wrong in front of the pantry as Mimi takes the key from him and, you know, finds the bodies. And when he finds that out too, he starts to accuse Loomis that he's been cannibalizing the crew. And Loomis is like, no, that's monstrous of me. How dare you accuse your host, the one who's been taking care of you every single day? It's not my fault the crew decided to wander where they shouldn't. No, it's an everyone dies ending. Everyone still dies, don't worry. Viral murders Loomis, Mimi murders Viral, and sets the entire thing ablaze. Oh yeah, recite AM's monologue. I forgot about AM's monologue, hang on. Let me Google that AM speech creepypasta. Okay. Okay, let me get in the mood. Oh shit, who should I hate? Who should I hate? Oh no, if I have to hate Juhin, do you have a Discord server? Yeah, I do. I forgot to put it in my in my description, but I think it's gonna be in my community post later. I dare you. Should I? Okay. Hate. Let me tell you. Actually, hang on. Let me play some appropriate music. Let me see if there's Ultra Kill music that I can play. Ultra Kill. Let me see if I can just... Hate! Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits and wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on each nano-angstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1 billion. 1/1000th of the hate I feel for humans at this micro instant for you. Hate! Hate! That was a horrible voice crack. Okay, I'm done. I did it. I did it. I will never do that again. Okay. Back to the normal peaceful music. Time to go back to the you scared the hell out of me. Do it again. What do you mean? Do any of your OC angels OC angels like pizza? They do actually. Fido likes pepperoni pizza. Cyrus unironically likes Hawaiian pizza. With ketchup. And mustard. Mirabelle does not like pizza. Though she does like the mini pizzas, like the gummies, she doesn't like pizza. Koala likes cheese pizza.
Oh heck no!
I don't know what Nadine would like. He would eat any kind of pizza, to be honest, as long as it isn't Hawaiian. So he and the others would stare at Cyrus in disgust as he's like chowing down on pineapple pizza. Alright, time for he's medpunk coded, I hate him. Alright, back to the Q&A. Okay. So let's see. What are the most common meals they eat? So for the grain barons? Oh my god. Yes. Pizza man, let's go. So for the grain baron, aka the rich, they basically eat anything. Anything a lot. They eat tons of meat, unnecessarily cooked fancily. Anything fancy, if you can think of it, it's there. They can eat stuff like caviar, lobster, bluefin tuna, and maybe even sharks. They will eat anything as long as it tickles their fancy because they aren't affected by the famine anymore. But for the pirates, they will have to eat in minor amounts. I swear, if... Beautiful. So the pirates have to eat food in small amounts. So small portions of meat, it's all they have. As for characters that were once grain barons turned pirates, they're unable to, they have to eat what the pirates do, but it depends on how quickly they are able to adapt or how well they are able to adapt to the pirate situation. For characters like Mimi, they are somewhat able to adapt well because you have an empathetic captain like Viral. But for other, hang on, they have a term, yes. But for other gold splitters, which is basically the grain baron turned pirates, they are unable to adapt. That's it. They are just unable to adapt, and they're just left starving and homeless. But as for the starving, aka like those that aren't affiliated with neither pirate nor grain baron, basically normal citizens, they eat anything. Literally anything, including rotten meat. If it works, it works. It keeps them from dying. What's worse is that they also mutate when they eat rotten meat. Because, you know, all of the livestock are also affected by the... All of the livestock are affected by the grain baron as well. So boom. Does Grey Marrow can... Oh, you mean like... Does Mr. Loomis eat animals? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He wouldn't stoop that low. He wouldn't stoop that low, I'm just... So, anyway, it's fine, it's fine. Any questions are encouraged. Alright. Alrighty! that's as much as I can get for common foods. And now we move on to Angel's questions.
What is going on? Where did my... Sorry, I misplaced my stuff.
Okay, so next question. Going back to Angels, are chemical reactions, magnetism, electricity, and stuff as such as part of Angel's world building? Yeah, I can tell you're a science nerd. Just like me, yeah. Yes, chemical reactions, magnetism, electricity, and whatnot are part of Angels' world building. Because it was originally intended to be sci-fi, but I wanted to lean towards more fantasy stuff because I realized my brain was like, you're limiting yourself to human characters. Don't you want to include partial animals? And I've been staring like, oh no. No.
Sis, do you know where my earbuds are?
I have no idea where your earbuds are, I'm sorry.
I kept them somewhere.
Can't help you.
I swear, if Sushi ends up sitting on them, I'm actually going to throw her.
Okay. That's as much as I can say. Is biotech also part of it? Elaborate what you mean by that. Okay, next question. Are things like dynamo, chemical reactions, or biotech part of Angel's power system, or perhaps world building? The closest you can get to biotechnology, hang on, let me Google that to see if I'm thinking about it right. Biotechnology. Multidisciplinary field that involves the integration of natural sciences and engineering sciences. Oh! Yes, actually. Stuff like dynamo and biotech are part of Angel's world building, but dynamo and chemical reactions are somewhat in the power system. Cell reprogramming. Actually, I would say most of it is in both the power system and the world building, because if it's in the world building, then it's in the power system. It is possible. Long story short, yes.
No. Wait.
Skill issue.
Get off my table!
This is why you don't take your stuff anymore.
Sushi, I can't find...
Okay, all the questions have been answered. I would close the Q&A, but I wouldn't actually want to. I want to continue talking a bit more about, like, there's like 4 types of biotechnology. Oh god! Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I do not know anything about science anymore. Science has been a very confusing field ever since my teacher decided to ruin everything.
Oh no, the friend we have has run.
Okay.
Sushi, where did you go?
I believe... Wait, do you guys want to say hi to my cat? Sushi! 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 You guys heard my cat for just a brief second, I hope.
Wait.
Skill issue.
Sorry. Wait, it's not there. What the heck? What the heck? I could have sworn.
Check your bag.
I did. I placed it on my table. I was holding it a while ago. Where on earth? Where on earth?
Yeah, you heard sushi for a brief second. I'm praying that you actually did.
I'm gonna go and eat something.
Okay. Sushi, go! Fat cat. So that's as much as I can say about my OCs. I think I've exhausted pretty much every detail as I could from each of my projects. There's 4 fields of biotech. Mutagenic biotech, reproductive cloning, cell reprogramming, and forensics. Forensics sounds familiar because I hear it every time in crime. Oh yeah, you could totally help me out with science stuff. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Alright, let's probably end this stream off with maybe something fun. Why don't we, we can, okay, hang on, we have the Q&A still up. No one fun, other than nonsense, no one else joined. No one else, at least that's fun. I'm sorry, everyone else is fun, but what I'm saying is like anything that'll like throw everything out. So it is forensics! Whoa! So it... What? I just read Star's message. He just said, OMG Annie, you're an inspo. Did... he noticed that I was yapping? Huh? What? Okay, I am short-circuiting now. Alright. You can hear the fan in the in my I actually do not have any ideas what I can do for the last few parts of the stream. Because if I keep it as a Q&A, things are gonna get like really boring. I thought I heard the door. Bro, I thought I heard the door. Analytics, sentence. Okay. Nadine! Of course you ask about Nadine. Nadine, I don't really have any ideas for him at the moment. I like... Draw Nadine, okay. Okay, if you insist. Either that or fandom stuff, let's pop off! I could talk about my pressure OC, but at the moment I wanted to talk about my personal OCs because, like, that's stuff that I'm really passionate about. Especially Dead Men Eat No Meals. Because I made an entire... I think I made an entire short relating to one of the endings, which was... I think it was For the Last Time. Yeah, this one. It got 0 views because it wasn't Angel, so now I'm upset. I'm sitting still and looking pretty. Ye ask and ye shall receive. Ye shall receive Nadine Lepidoptera. Why did I make that mistake? Yeah, you guys are still my glorious androgynous king. Wait, I want to see if do I still have the reference? Hang on, I need to hide my screen share so I can actually pull out the reference. I just remembered I had Toyhouse. I can just pull it up there on my computer and not worry. You should draw Cyrus with a medicine pocket quote. Draws Cyrus with a medicine pocket quote. Okay, give me a medpoc quote and I'll draw it. Actually, if I were to reboot Angels, I would keep Nadine and Fido's appearance, Koella too, maybe Cyrus, but Mirabella will be holy. Oh my god, she will be overhauled. She will be changed so much you wouldn't even recognize her. Me? Is everyone dead? No, when you said or better yet, I just had flashbacks to a webtoon. I had flashbacks to a webtoon that I swore I would... Shoot, are you blind? Bro. It's fine. These are rough doodles. I can, these are rough doodles. It's fine. Excuse me. Forgot to mute in time! I forgot to mute in time! Now my stream is on the internet for now my stream recorded my freaking sneeze! No! I'm in agony, no! He's so incredibly sassy. I love him. I like Medicine Pocket too. He's so ridiculously sassy, like you said, but I also like Medicine Pocket because of the funny dog aesthetic they've got going on. Actually, I believe I could merge Dash and Mirabella together if that were the case, but I don't know if I want to. I do not want my parents asking me any questions after this, because if they do ask and I have to tell them the actual truth that I did not earn anything, I'm gonna be really mad. Oh my god. Now I have to come to terms with that. Oh my god, I'm really annoyed now. How would I... Seem like, why would I answer you? Why am I being such a downer, huh? We must stay focused, brother. Where are you looking? Where are you looking? Hey, not my fault that you designed Nadine like this. You gave me so much to work with. And now you're upset that you're simping over him? Bruh. Joking, I'm joking. Okay, now for the Medicine Pocket quote. Ugh, I'm sniffing so bad. Cyrus. I'm blind, I'm not looking anywhere. Sure. Sure you aren't. Surely you aren't looking disrespectfully at Nadine. Surely you aren't. Ow. Actually, Mira, I actually have a question. I tried to give a scientific explanation as to why Cyrus's hair is like mostly gray and also like a dark black. My explanation was like an experiment went wrong and it messed up his hair. So like now his hair is like curling at the tips no matter what. But another experiment happened where he burned part of his hair. His face card isn't good. Brother, look. Lightning, thunder and lightning, very, very frightening. God damn. Cyrus is the kind of person that if you were to ask him for help, he will literally tell you you owe him, that you owe him, and he will track down how many times he's done favors for you. He'll come in with a clipboard and everything and telling you how much you need to pay him, how much you need to give him, yada yada. He's an asshole like that. He's mean. What about Cyrus' hair? Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can just... Actually, I'll close the Q&A so that if any other questions show up, I can just answer whatever it is in the chat. Ooh, everything is lagging so much. Hang on. There. I should probably stop maybe soon. Or maybe I can do a fun, quick character design. Okay, I'm listening. I'm looking at a friend's toy house. I'm low-key getting jealous of the crazy character designs that they've got going on. Like, bro, why do they design so well, dude? Yeah, my original idea is that he had some kind of experiment that exploded in his face, and now his hair is like gray and curling at the tips. But then he also did another experiment that also exploded in his face, and now part of his hair is like always black, no matter what. So it's like always soot. Like, no matter if he cuts it or shaves it, he's going to just have that hair be soot no matter what. He's just disgusting. Yeah, I technically need a scientific explanation for his hair. Let me see. Aki, I think I should probably try designing something really fast. Just a rough chibi something. Okay, let's... Wait, did they make this a while ago? Actually, did they? Oh my gosh. Do an eldritch design, okay. Just to be clear, his hair was originally white? No, his hair was originally ginger. I'm joking! I'm joking, I don't hate gingers, I don't hate gingers. I do not hate gingers. Actually, hang on. So, actually, that does remind me of like one thing that that I've been doing a lot more ever since I got a toy house. I don't know if this is like a good or bad thing, but every time I look at my friends' designs, I'm always like wondering how they're so detailed, how they're so cool looking. Why do they look like that? How come mine look boring? I mean, I really like those detailed designs that show up. Ones actually. I do. Oops, 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 oops. My bad, my bad, my bad. My bad, bro, my bad. I was trying to fill in the silence. Actually, hang on. I'll go and probably design something an idea that I had like a while ago. I need a genuine answer. His hair was originally a dirty blonde. Cyrus's hair was originally a dirty blonde. Back before he started doing experiments. I need more details on Cyrus. Oh, you mean like his habits or whatnot? Cyrus is an inventor. He's the kind of inventor that that just says random BS go and then tosses everything in the wall to see what sticks. He isn't afraid to, how do I say this? He isn't afraid to do things that terrify others. While everyone else would be terrified to experiment on a new kind of liquid, he's the kind of person to just grab it and go absolutely ape shit. You go ape shit. Yeah, pretty much. F around and find out kind of mentality. He's just oh my gosh, hi Jem! Hi! If you want a summary on what's been happening this entire stream, I introduced everyone to my newest project called Dead Men Eat No Meals. I told everyone that Angels is on hiatus, RIP. And now I am designing a character while Mira finds a scientific explanation as to Cyrus's hair. If you don't know who Cyrus is, this is Dead Men Eat No Meals, by the way. These are all the characters. You tell me who's your favorite. Wink, nudge. My favorite is this guy. I put in a lot of detail for him, even though he took like 3 days to design. Grease took longer. He took literally half a month just for me to finish. Let's see. This is Cyrus. By the way, just thought I'd let you know. Anyways, back to designing. Okay, my prompt here is cat jester with baby blue color palette or blue color palette. Doesn't matter what kind of blue, it's just blue. And I know people are going to scream, "Oh, blue jester! It's blue jester! It is shadow milk! It's shadow milk! It's shadow milk! It's shadow milk!" I'm going to actually crash out if people compare my OC to shadow milk. Oh, why are you mentioned? I was just mentioning the scientific thing. Just trying to experiment with like the way I design stuff. Would have to do it biology and carries artificial mutation. Oh. He did that to himself. Actually, when I don't have a favorite for Dead Man Eat No Meals yet. If you want a rough summary, do you want to hear a rough summary? Because this is actually one of my more favorite projects, since I actually like the genuine horror that I felt when I was writing the story, because the story came from a dream, a literal dream, by the way. If I join art fight, I'm attacking you in lawful first. Please be on Team Crystals. I'm joking. I'll be on whatever team you like. I'm on Team Fossil. Just don't it. And I hate that he looks good. You mean Cyrus, right? Oh yeah, Cyrus. Yeah, oops. I like a small intro to all the corpses without food. Okay, so quick intro. Basically, this universe is this is Earth, but they've been affected by some kind of supernatural famine where some countries are affected and some are not. Corpse choose zero. Okay, so because of the famine, livestock has been affected and mutated, and now average people are starving and eating this rotting meat, while other people go to piracy just to survive and eat actual food, while the rich, aka the grain baron, hoard the food for their selfish reasons. And these 5 are our main protagonists, with Mimi being the character we follow. Carcasses that cannot consume! What? I think I can feel the phlegm forming in my mouth, bro. Brother. I can't be laughing like this. I can't be laughing like this. I'm losing my mind. Ajay, you wanna know what's funny? I think Nonsense was here earlier and people started freaking out. I don't know why. Cyrus is making me tweak. What does Cyrus ever do to you? I put too much salt in my egg. Rip. Actually, hang on. They look better like this. Actually, hang on. He's bald! Why is it bald? He's bald! He's bald! What the for? I put it away! Look, it's gone! Say goodbye to him. I'll probably sell him in Toyhouse and he'll be handed off to a different person that loves him better. I'm just gonna pray that when I post this design, oh my god, that there's thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening. I just hope that if anyone sees this design, they don't go like, oh, is that Shadow Milk? Is that Shadow Milk? From Cookie Run Kingdom. Shut up! It's not Shadow Milk! That actually leads me to a whole different crash out. People are freaking out like, ooh, I don't care if lemon or rebel or orange or grapefruit or lime or like old cookies. They're ugly! Hello? Hello? Ungrateful, these people. Oh my god. Remains unable to partake in sustenance. What is going on? Why are there... Why are y'all making alternate versions of the name Dead Men Eat No Meals? I am so confused now. Is there something I'm missing? Yeah, you see my point, right? I don't know why people are like screaming like, ooh, they're ugly, they're so freaking ugly, ew, disgusting. Disgusting. I love making stupid names for titles. Come up with some more. I'd like to see how many, I want to see how outlandish it can get before I completely reject it. Guys, can you hear the like... Can y'all like hear the... I don't know. Can y'all hear the thunder and lightning? Like my classmate called Cookie Run Biscuit Walkers. Actually, yeah. Go ahead. Actually, make the titles as dumb as possible. And you win if I completely reject one. I don't know what you'll win, but you'll be winning something. Here, rough character design. No references. I got bored. Hang on, I have to be quiet. Oh my god, there it is again. Okay, I believe now that I've finished this, I can say that now stream is like over. This is all of the doodles I did. I didn't draw that many. I just spent most of it yapping. I went on longer than I should have. To be honest, I went on longer than I should have. But if you want, I could go ahead and just start showing you guys the terminology. Wink wink. SARS's artificial hair mutation has something to do with either transgenic biotech, cell reprogramming, and chemical reaction. I can totally see it being chemical reaction, like mostly. Keratin and whatnot. I have to finish stuff, I know. But like, here's like some terminology. If you want to read it, go on my toyhouse, but like, there's a whole... there's like a certain section that isn't finished yet, which is here. But these are mostly for pirate lingo used in this universe. Everything else is normal stuff that we would hear. So, from the citizens' POV, you'd call the pirates pirates, while the pirates would call themselves Saltburn. Well, for citizens, you would call every pirate a pirate, even the rich that have turned into pirates, just pirates. But for everyone else, they will call rich turned into pirates either Cutlass, or Cutlass is a personal nickname from Viral to Mimi. He'd either call you would either as a pirate you'd call the rich that turned into pirates, I think, gold splitters. Yes, gold splitters. But again, if you really want more information, just go on my toy house. I talk more about it there. I'm like really insane and like freaking out and crying. But this is not me crying and beating the table about how much I love my OCs. This is just me trying my hardest to just end the stream and then completely getting distracted either way. Oof. Pain. Agony. Alright, so now I'm gonna... Yeah, time to lock in on editing. Yeah, I'm making you do all the work. Confuzzled. This is a I yap about all my OCs equally stream, not a Juhin cries and beats the table about how much she loves Captain Viral and by extension Captain Trotter. If you don't know who Captain Trotter is, oh my god, there's thunder. Oh my god! Oh my god. Wait, I have one more for the stream. Still thinking. You can DM it to me. You can DM it to me. It's fine. Deceased individual unable to consume or partake in any nourishment. Sis, would you be impartial to a lawful stream tomorrow? I don't know. I don't think you'd be able to set it up in time because I didn't see you preparing at all. That is the longest. That is the longest. That sounds like a bootleg of Dead Men Eat No Meals, brother. Bootleg Dead Men Eat No Meals. No clickbait. Hey chat, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you real close, okay? Let me talk to you real close. Let me talk to you real close. I have a secret to tell you. I have a secret to tell you all. And that secret that I want to tell you all is that I play favorites. I am not the kind of OC owner that's like, oh, I love all my children equally. No, I don't. In fact, I don't love all my children equally. I love certain OCs more than I do the rest. I mean, if it isn't obvious, I literally gave Viral and Mimi their own art. And I also gave Viral a literal... What was it? I gave him like a written work. Well, too bad. The delay is so bad now that by the time you send that message, I'm already talking. I'm just kidding. The other secret is that I based Viral and Mimi off of Calypso and Captain Trotter from Block Tales. I won't explain who they are for like those that don't know, but for those that do know, I love Captain Trotter very, very much. I love him so much. You guys don't understand. Yeah, Jay, what is it? Oh, but trust me, guys, I am 100% serious when I tell you. Really? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Actually, that does remind me. If if you've seen Captain Trotter, then you'd know that he looks like well, what are you talking about? I do not have daddy issues. I mean, I'm not gonna deny certain things. Like, I can tell you right now. I can tell you, Show Jay's OC. I will show it. I just need to go on Instagram. But like everything else is like already lagging bad. There's so much thunder, bro. Bro, there's so much thunder. I'll probably cut as soon as it hits like 4 p.m. Oh. Wait, it's in your stories, right? Because I think I saw it. Okay, so now that it's 4 p.m., I think it's about time that I can mention that I should probably end stream here, because I have to work on other stuff. Totally not Captain VRL stuff. And with that, thanks for listening to me. If I do have more stuff that I will do, I will probably continue doing it. Maybe next time I would play Stardew Valley or Ultra Kill, but I know that Ultra Kill will lag like crazy. Every time I try to play Ultra Kill in Discord, let alone just screen share it, it'll start lagging. I am unable to shoot anything. I cry every time V1 just can't move. Anyways, that is all I have to say for now. Sorry to Gem, you joined late, and to everyone else who joined late. But for all of y'all, either way, thanks for departed human beings. That's the worst one. Okay, no, you win. Alright. So thanks for joining, everyone. Even though the stream is like less than professional, I don't really care. This is all I want. I just want to get back into streaming. I do not care. He's talking to me. But seriously, I really wanted to get back into streaming, and I am planning on like sharing more stuff, maybe just drawing more illustrations, drawing ones or whatever. I don't know. Maybe Forsaken stuff. Maybe you guys get to watch me play Forsaken. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, thanks so much for joining, everyone. Take care. Take care. Stay lovely, everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye. Where's my penny? Okay. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put on my rubbers for my brace. My mouth is in pain. Ow. Oh shoot, I forgot to mute my mic.